Emily!
Hello! Hello, everybody!
Hey there!
Gosh, it's so great to see you. You guys drinking already? So am I.
Yeah, a little bit.
This is fantastic. Happy New Year's Eve to both of you.
Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's. Well, we are thrilled to have you with us all the way from California, as usual, because, I don't know, great wine comes from California and a lot of other places, but let's be honest.
California.
I can appreciate that. But everyone, welcome to New Cheers Eve, huh? Like super exciting. We are, Matt and I are in our, well, not our home because we don't live together, but we do spend a lot of time together. So we're in my home tonight and we're going to have a great time. We've got a great agenda, a great bunch of stories to share with you. We probably won't get it all right, but we're going to have a whole bunch of fun along the way. So I don't know, Emily, what's in store for us next?
Well, let's kick it off with a cocktail. I know a lot of you out there have a little cocktail kit as well. Some of you may have already started your drink, but we're gonna make it together here. So, but Matt, on this one, rather than using cocktail tools, I want you to only use things that you have in the kitchen. So,
Scout's honor.
All right.
But like our kitchen is a little different than the ordinary kitchen, so we did find all this stuff.
We got a thermos, we have a thermos for shaker, right? We've got, a spoodle. No, we're legit. We're legit.
That's fair.
But Tim's gonna start off with the booze. Yeah.
All right.
I thought, since this is New Cheers Eve, I got a little bit of Tom Cruise wannabe, right? Because nobody could beat Tom Cruise.
I'm gonna stand over here though.
Because in our practice round, it was a little messy, so we're gonna cross our fingers. And again, it's New Year's Eve, so if things don't work out, they don't work out. But this is so Emily, for you, for sure, many of you know, whatever I get into it deep. And so I got into the whole mixology thing back in the day. So I'm going to see if I still got it, the little flip toss here. So hold on to your shorts there, everybody. But here we go. Oh, still got it. Still got it. Look at that. I didn't ask how much to put in, so I should probably just like put a
this is for two. This is for two. Okay, Emily, school us. What are we going to drink tonight? Everyone got this in their kit.
Yeah. So what we're going to be drinking is we're going to do a little grapefruit thyme sour. And, the sour is a really classic cocktail. It's actually kind of cool. The first cocktail started out when, British sailors would get a ration of rum. They'd throw a little lime in it so they wouldn't get scurvy. But then you got to sweeten it. So you have liquor and lime and sugar. And that's the basis. Think about it. It's the basis of a margarita. It's the basis of a daiquiri, mojito, all these cocktails.
My favorite.
And of a sour. But what makes a sour special is it typically has a little egg white, which makes it really foamy. And, you can make a sour with anything. Gin sour, vodka sour, whiskey sour. So look at how much liquor he put in that. And I want you to add equal amounts of the grapefruit lime juice. And then the
okay. All right. So we have our grapefruit lime. I'm going to do about a quarter cup. I'm going to add a little bit extra because I want to make sure that we have a little for both of us. So that's equal parts there. And then this is our simple, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to probably do one.
And this is a drink that's a matter of taste.
Because we are, Tim and I are low carb. We are really watching our girlish figures, and then egg white, right?
Yeah. Well, your first one, egg white works good. But I was thinking you could taste it too to see if you like it. But we're just going to go for it. Now, the thing with the egg whites, it makes
I like egg whites.
Yeah.
No.
So good?
Yeah, no, I like cooking them, and we can drink them too.
Let's see here.
What's good for you? Your low carb diet? Here's your
Hey, I'm not going to lie. That was, on the first try, that was pretty good. So I also put in a couple sprigs of thyme.
Super good.
Yeah.
So I also put in a couple sprigs of thyme, and I'm going to, Tim and I went and got our test, so we're, he's okay. So I'm going to use my hands. I threw a little thyme in there. Where's my lid? This is one of the kids' soup thermos. This is spectacular. I love it. And this is great because I can lock it. Oh, I'm going to shake the living out of this. Okay. And so I don't, this is a spoodle. This is for measuring and, getting. Oh, my elbows.
Yeah. Oh, you got
a little arthritis,
Yeah.
Okay.
Mark hit his elbow there.
Okay. So how about a little garnish, Tim? Can you garnish me here too?
Sure.
A little.
For sure.
Tim and I like ice chips,
You gotta make it work.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh,
A little bit of time, you can
My
smell it. It's like
Oh
a
my
really
gosh, it's
beautiful
so
the
good.
whole kitchen. It's incredible.
but Emily, any herbs can work, right? Any aromatic herbs?
Any herbs. I love the way that they smell in a cocktail. Like using this with lemon and lavender is really nice. I see a question that came up about the egg whites. Now you can just use an egg straight out of the refrigerator. Just use egg white. Pasteurized egg whites, certainly a little bit safer. But you can see now that you've poured that little layer of foam, and I love the texture that you get on a sour from that egg white. You don't have to use it, but it really
I used
does.
organic.
Beautiful texture. And you
Oh,
can
look at
smell
that.
it.
Look at
at
that.
that.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Like
We didn't even practice for real. I mean, we a little bit.
there's
Practiced.
nothing left.
Not this
Man,
Like we're,
that's
we are.
amazing.
Happy
Look at
New
that.
Cheer's Eve,
Happy
brother.
New Cheer's Eve.
Yes. Happy New Cheer's Eve to you. I want one of those.
That might have to go on the menu. That's good. Oh,
yeah. Emily, we're gonna email you one of these.
woo.
Really good.
Perfect.
Yes, really good.
FedEx it
Yeah.
over.
Oh,
Well,
is that good?
This year, I got to tell you, this
Fresh
year has been
juice.
so wacky. And, I was just thinking about ways to sort of sum up the year, and nothing is better than like if you look at the Christmas ornaments that were created in 2020 to that really reflect the year. Like you'll never see Christmas ornaments like this. So I went looking on Etsy and just typed in Christmas ornaments 2020, and we're gonna do a little top 10 countdown of the themes of ornaments that are specific to this year. And I'll tell you, looking at these ornaments, there's some really, really funny ones. You can find some that, really showcase the fact that this was a year to remember. So here we are, year to remember, washing your hands, online school, all that stuff.
Oh my God.
I think for a lot more of us, though, Emily, it was a year to forget.
Yeah, that's
we had our kids at home learning, virtual learning. We were not able to eat in the restaurants. We had, we were scrounging around for toilet paper. Everyone was on their computers for meetings. I know I'm happy to get this one behind us.
No, for sure. For sure.
Well,
it was also
let's
number
kick
9.
it off.
Oh, sorry,
10.
Emily.
Let's
We got
kick
one.
it off.
So
with number
starting
10.
off with number 10. So our frontline heroes. So our nurses, our doctors, firemen, policemen. These were the people that were really out there, not worrying about their health and really taking care of us and making sure that we were okay.
Absolutely. That's awesome.
Oh, well said. Well said. I almost missed one of the most important parts. So, and number 9 on the top 10 list is the educational themed ornaments, which were really incredible. So whether you were a student and had the strangest year of, the century, for sure. If you were a teacher, for sure, you probably want to, you probably liked when they were around, and they're probably worse when they're not around. So who really knows? But whatever it was for you, it affected a lot of people. And so we're grateful for all the teachers and even for the students that I live with, who are a handful. and I'm proud of how they persevered through it.
Absolutely. Well, and hats off to all of those teachers who didn't really think they were going to be teachers. It was a tough year. So coming in at number 8, we have keeping.
You're welcome, Emily.
These are some really fun ones. These ones really make me laugh because they really kind of downplay the craziness of the years. I love this one. It's like, we stayed home a lot. And the world paused. It's our first pandemic. They're really funny. They make me laugh. I think a lot of us were a little bit more cuckoo than what these ornaments sum up.
Oh.
So Tim, let's talk about number 7.
Number 7. I skipped ahead. I'm so sorry. Number reviews of the year, and we're just ready to be over with it. So
right?
I think it's just time. I think it's time. And my favorite is the middle one. It's written by Stephen King, directed by Quentin Tarantino. It doesn't feel like that as much now, but it sure as hell did early on. Trying to hold on to every day and understanding. I shared a million times. I wish I paid more attention in college, even though they didn't teach you this in college. It probably would have come in handy. So that's my thoughts on number 7.
Yeah, where's the handbook for this year, right?
Right?
Yeah, for sure. Well, and also, what else I love about this is the the review of the year. Like, extremely disappointed, would not recommend, 1 star. Like, that's, yeah, I hear you there. Well, let's talk about number 6, which is the actual coronavirus. I mean, look at the virus. It's kind of like made to be on a Christmas tree. You see the shape of it.
He's a cute little guy.
He's a cute little guy. He looks like an ornament. I don't ever want to see him again, but he's cute. And then number 5, we have the accessories of the year. And I know that we all went shopping for the same damn stuff. And, so you saw this reflected on a lot of Christmas ornaments. So things like hand sanitizer, and then, of course, the masks. I mean, that's the accessory of the year, right? So lots of mask themed ornaments. In fact, even Santa Claus got in on the game with the mask themes. So lots of those too.
Coming in at number 4, the toilet paper crisis. I mean, come on, people. How much toilet paper do you need at your house, right? That didn't change, did it? Right?
I just did not understand it.
Whatever. But all the other crises out there, right? How about, yeast and flour and bucatini pasta of all the pastas for cacio e pepe, right? I mean, I was trying to bake bread. I couldn't find yeast for months in the bread aisle. Yeah. It's crazy.
Puzzle crisis. I couldn't find a puzzle in April to save my life. It's like every month it was something else. Or like it was like the nail polish, crisis, because everyone was doing home manicures or home haircuts. It was every month it was something else weird, right?
Crazy.
It was. But I would tell you, if you were in the McEnery household when the crisis went down and everybody's going for toilet paper, we hit the winery to make sure that we were loaded up on wine. Because if we're going to be stuck in this house for a number of months, we are not going to run out of wine. And so that's what we did. And I want to be honest with you. We didn't really have to because, of course, we've got a ton of wine. So we got wine coming out of our ears around here. But it was still important to make sure we had enough. So so with that, we've got a couple images that talk about what a lot of wine looks like. But we said today on this video conference that we would show a couple unique ways to open wine. And I have my tried and true favorite that I'm about to show you. My mom, I know, who's watching right now, she's going to be like, "Oh my God, you're not going to show the shoe trick." Yes, Mom, I'm about to show the shoe trick. So, Mike, let's go. And Matt, while I do it, you're going to start making our dinner, right?
Yeah, I am.
Right.
I'm gonna start getting things together. So, hey, Tim, good luck.
Thank
good luck over there.
No pressure.
Don't break anything.
No pressure.
Okay. We never had a wine crisis at Cooperstock, thank God. But coming in at number 2, let's talk about some of these, the uncensored. Earlier, Tim, what did you call me earlier? The
man.
What?
The man.
No. The about my language sometimes,
Oh,
I forgot his name. Anyway,
Samuel Jackson.
A little bit of a ornaments. America. We told it like it was in 2020. I know we threw the F-bombs. I actually have a poop hat at home that I got for 2020, but I wore it a couple times because life in 2020 was the poops. So,
Yes,
Emily, back to you.
Sure.
Take us home to number 1.
Number 1 ornament theme of 2020 was the dumpster fire.
I love it.
You know what? There's not another year in history that could be summed up like these ornaments, and these all just made me laugh because it's what else explains how really, really, really weird it was, other than a dumpster fire. So fun ornaments, and I just don't know what could possibly top that in 2021. So, like Tim said, we challenged one another to opening up a bottle of wine without using a corkscrew. What's the most unique way you can do that? So, Tim, I see the bottle. I see Yoda. I see Baby Yoda. What are you going to do?
Yeah, so, well, first of all, Emily, what we've learned from the Mandalorian is that it's the child, it's not the Baby Yoda.
Okay.
But so as we learned from him, I thought that because this is a dangerous exercise, we could use a little bit of love from him. So I'm going to ask him to give this bottle a forced blessing real quick before we do it.
Oh my gosh. That is so cute and so creepy.
So thank you, small one. Okay, he can go over here before he lights on fire. Okay, so you don't need a fancy shoe. This is the only fancy shoe I have. Otherwise, I have work shoes. I've only worn it once because I generally don't feel cool enough to wear it, but I have it. And so we put my favorite Cooper's Hawk Red into the shoe. Now, you have to really have a hard surface here because this is like, for real, we're going to bang on, this bottle of wine. So
For reals?
For reals, Matt. So here we go. This takes a few minutes. So I'm going to give you a little bit. I'm going to get the cork out a little bit. We'll let Matt cook a little bit, and we'll come back to some reality. So you ready? Here we go.
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's see how this works. So
all right, no pressure.
Oh, man.
I'm just going to show you the little part coming out any second now. Here it comes. I'm moving in 2 years, so if we break the house, it's okay. Okay, so you can't really tell, but it's come out a little bit. And while Matt is cooking, I'm going to get it out a whole lot more.
I can't wait to see where this goes, because this
and you see how the foam in the bottle here? It's building up pressure, pushing out the cork.
That's cool. Well, Matt, let's talk about what's for dinner. And you keep banging.
Thanks, Emily.
Well, I thought you guys were going to take a little bit longer, but hey, that's okay. Oh my gosh. Let's talk about this awesome meal. Not sure if you've already eaten or if you're about to eat, but we started everybody off with some of our pretzel bread and butter. And then last year we did this soup. This is our winter white truffle bisque. And some of the really awesome, we gave you a really nice garnish here too. So it starts off with a little bit of potato, some roasted cauliflower, some white truffle, and then we give you a little container, and this is some brown butter. This is a really important sauce that you add, and it has some white truffle in there, some brown butter, and some fresh sage. So that goes over the top as a garnish. And then look at this entree. What a spread, huh?
Holy
Woo! We've got our Parmesan crusted lobster tails. So we've got some garlic butter underneath, some breadcrumbs, Parmesan cheese, Mary's potatoes, some broccolini, and then our medallions. So our Parmesan crusted medallions, horseradish crusted medallions, and then last but not least, we have our silk pie. So graham cracker crust, Grand Marnier ganache with a little bit of Nutella, and then some chocolate mousse, some fresh whipped cream, and then you can't go wrong with some vanilla sauce, and then some chopped chocolate to finish off.
Oh, right.
Right?
Wow. I cannot wait to dive
Beautiful.
into that. That looks amazing.
So we trust everybody enjoyed that. Thank you so much, all of you that partook in this. We trust you enjoyed your dinner with us tonight.
Well, hey, Matt, there's something else in that kit that was not listed. We
love surprises, right? We love surprises, and we wanted to give you a little treat. So whether you've already dug into these because you didn't know what they were, or for a late night snack. So this is our caramelized onion bacon ranch dip. It's just an awesome homemade dip sauce for potato chips, right? We learned this trick from some of our friends down at Blackberry Farms many years ago. Bubbles, chips, and a great dip is such an awesome snack anytime, whether it's New Year's Eve or whether it's Friday night.
Right?
So enjoy. That was just a little something extra special from us at Cooper's Hawk.
How fun. Well, I am going to be diving into that with my bubbles at, well, I'm having bubbles now, but that's going to be my midnight snack. So we recommended Prosecco, but honestly, on a day like this, New Year's Eve, all bubbles are good. Actually, all bubbles are good all year round, but especially today, you have to have your bubbles. And a midnight snack is a good thing. And we also recommended the Lux Meritage, because this, with the
So
flavor,
good.
really just dynamite. Gorgeous wine, beautiful richness. Really, you got to celebrate at the end of this year. And speaking of toasting the new year, all of our restaurants wanted to share in with a toast. And so we actually compiled a toast from all of them. And we started with our very first restaurant in Orland Park and finished with our newest restaurant in Scottsdale, Arizona, which just opened a couple weeks ago. And so we're going to play a little roll of them kicking off the new year with a toast. So in the chat section, make sure that you, when you see your restaurant come up, type in a little cheers back to them.
From our family to yours. Cheers!
A socially distanced cheers from Team Richmond.
Cheers! Cheers from London! Cheers!
Cheers and happy holidays from Jacksonville.
Cheers!
Cheers! Happy New Year!
Cheers! Cheers! Cheers from Coconut Creek!
All right, cheers from Cooper Hugs Around. Cheers.
Cheers! And happy holidays from Palm Beach Gardens!
Cheers.
Cheers! Cheers from Virginia Beach! Cheers from King Rockville!
Happy New Year! Cheers! Happy holidays from Garden Grove. Cheers to you! Cheers from Esquire! Cooper's Hawk Detroit. Cheers! Cheers from Scottsdale.
Oh, that was so great. Tim, was that you toasting in Doral?
That was Emily. You know, I only have one stunt double, and he was on vacation that week, so
You
that
had to
was
do
the
it
real
yourself.
deal.
All right, so how's that going with that bottle there?
It's actually going really well. So, you know, Mike, if you can see, I've got it out that far.
Look at that.
I would be honest, it didn't take the entire duration. I kind of just hang back and I had a little wine while I was resting. Because if you do it right and you've got some guns, this thing happens pretty fast. And so I'm not speaking to my guns because my guns are super medium. But I've got it here. So I'm going to give it a couple pounds. And then I want to introduce the savoring video. So there's a couple ways to open a bottle of wine. This is a doomsday scenario way to open up wine. So you don't want to do this unless you are in a dire straits. Savoring is, I don't know, probably number 2 of doomsday ways to open up sparkling wine, right, Emily? So there's a lot of ways that it goes wrong. So let's see a couple of videos of savoring gone wrong, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about savoring.
Yeah! Whoa! Woo! This is a good one. Oh yeah. No, this is good. Find the wrong way.
I have so many problems with holding bottles with my little hands. There we go. Ta-da! Only 5 tries. Voila!
1, 2, 3.
Those are so funny. Savoring, it's not always great, but there are some really incredible savoring tricks out there. And in fact, this year there was a savoring contest. It actually happens every year in Chicago. And this year, of course, people couldn't do it together. And so they did it virtually. And there were some incredible videos. And so we actually compiled a bunch of these submissions that were sent in for this contest of some of the craziest ways that you can savor a bottle of champagne.
When you're savoring your champagne, you have so many options. You can use a saber. Some people use the bottom of a wine glass. You can see people use a credit card. But how about you just use your hand?
Sometimes life comes from behind.
So I'm savoring upside down. That's how you do it.
Oh my gosh, those are incredible. I'll tell you, we would love it if you would also try some of those fun savoring tricks out there. And if you do, make sure to post it on social media and tag us so we can share in on the fun. So Tim, looks like oh my gosh, it's almost out. Keep going.
It's almost out.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna give it 2 more bumps. And then I'm going to pull it out. Not with my teeth. We're going to keep it sanitary. But here we go. 2 more to get it done. Don't shoot over the carpet. All right. So we got enough. What? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. So I'm telling you to everyone that you can do this, but only do this in emergencies and party tricks with safety goggles. So, Matt, what do we know now?
Well, hey, Tim, that was pretty awesome, but it did take a while, and I'm a little parched. So I'm going to show you the one that I started doing this back in my early 20s. When I bought my first house, I couldn't even even afford a wine opener, a shoe. I couldn't afford a pair of shoes. No, but I literally bought my first bottle of wine, and we're in our new house, and I didn't have a wine opener. So I'm like, I have a drill, right? So I got a thin screw, right? Now, the first time I ever did this, I hope my dentist isn't listening. I actually chipped my molar because I drilled this into the bottle, wrapped a rag around it, and I didn't know how to pull it out, so I just used my teeth, right? And I did chip my tooth, but nevertheless, my new Makita Amazon that I just bought myself a Christmas present this year, right? Well, so in it goes, right? In it go. I already did this for TV's sake.
Food now.
About 3/4 of the way, right? And no towels, no teeth, and a good fork. It's got to be a pretty strong fork, right? And right down the middle, right? And just that's it. No fuss, no muss, and you got drink, you got liquid.
Muscles for that.
Well, I have been working out. I must say,
health and wellness.
Health and wellness.
Health and wellness.
Right. Focus on health.
Comes in
And look at
handy.
that. So fast.
Yeah, well done.
Right. Don't take my drill, dude. I love my drill. So, okay, there we go.
Well done,
Oh man,
man.
you're like
Thank you.
like the MacGyver of wine opening, right? I love it.
Yeah,
That's really
yeah.
funny.
Wait, why didn't you call me the MacGyver of wine opening?
Because you're not.
Okay, the
Because you use that shoe,
MacGyver
bro.
of wine
Come on.
opening.
All right, that's fair.
You're
I'll be the
shoemaker.
naked and afraid. Naked and afraid of wine opening.
Hold on. Wait
Like
a second.
escape room of wine
No.
opening.
I mean, I have all my
Okay.
clothes on, but
I was going to call you the shoemaker of wine opening. Okay,
all right,
next.
So
Next.
all right, let's go back to waxing on and how weirdo of a year we've had. And I was thinking about it, like, in the future, in kids who are born after this time, to try to explain to your grandkids, this is not like, I walked uphill like a mile in the snow. No, like, this year was so freaking weird. We can't
No,
even begin
George
to
Washington's got
explain it.
nothing on 2020.
So, I know the three of us went digging for some really fun. They kind of
I
sum
love
up the year. I love this.
I love this.
This one did. I mean, that really was it. April and May were shocking, and after that, I think I'm still making that face. So we found some really great ways to sort of sum up the year. So first one, if 2020 was a math problem, then look at that. You're going down a river at 2 miles an hour, and your canoe loses a wheel. How much pancake mix would you need to reshingle your roof? I mean, I know, like, all you moms out there who were like homeschooling, and dads, I think this is probably giving you all a headache, because this is probably what it was like every time you look at your kids' darn homework. Next one is if 2020 was a hula hoop.
Oh, that's a rough one.
Right?
That'll hurt the melon.
I feel that still going around. Next one I found was if 2020 was a slide. I like it.
Oh my gosh.
I think like 2020 wasn't as abrupt as the two on the right. Like for me, it was definitely the one on the left, and I felt every little like bump and groove going down. That was not so fun. So Tim, what did you find?
Well, I love that you gave me this one, Emily. So my family knows I felt like 2020 was like this is the version of a piñata. So we know piñatas very well.
Hornets?
And I could imagine what that would be like. And it's terrible. It's like super terrible.
Cracker jackers over there.
Yeah.
So I had that going for me. I think my favorite, not favorite, but favorite from a ha standpoint is the next one, which is 2020 was the scented candle. Yeah.
Totally.
I mean, we can't really understand and experience what it might be like, but we kind of can. It's totally incredible, right?
Of course.
Oh my
Buy
gosh.
that at Yankee Candles.
Oh.
And then this next one, I said earlier to you, I think I might have met this guy. But if 2020 was a man bun, that's how you do it. Which is like something no one should ever do in their entire life.
Nicely done, though. It's very even.
Yeah. So
Very.
I don't know, A for creativity, something like that,
I mean, it doesn't look good in the best of scenarios, but
Matt's got a couple.
Let's move it over to the food side of things, right? So, nothing says Americana with your kids like a peanut butter jelly sandwich. But after you're done eating one of these babies, you got a big cleanup on your hands. That was 2020, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
The inside out peanut butter.
Yeah, and then
and this one.
you go to the store, right? It's Cinco de Mayo. You're going to feed your family of 4. And this is the kind of avocado that you get, right? You get like 2 tablespoons of flesh, right? It's so
not
bogus.
cool.
Yeah, and then, you're thumping on your watermelon. You open that baby up. It's July, 4th of July, right?
Yep.
You're throwing a party, and this is what you get, right? Right, like everywhere you turn this year, it was like open, close. You never knew what you were going to get. It was like, it's kind of like Forrest Gump,
Something new.
It's like a box of
See
chocolate.
that coming. Yeah.
And then, it's snack time. You're like, oh, hey, let's have some nachos, and all you have are saltines. Like, everybody said, hey, we'll just eat through the cabinets for a little bit, right?
Exactly.
But then sooner or later, you run out of stuff, and all you're left with is saltines and Velveeta, right? Hey, whatever it takes. But hey, who doesn't love a great pizza? But come on, bananas, sardines. Tim, I know you love sardines, right? Wouldn't you throw those babies in your pizza? I know you hate sardines.
Throw them out the window.
Yeah. But you have to have an egg on top, right?
Yeah, egg on top for sure.
What's an artisan pizza?
Yeah.
We're going to talk about artisan pizza.
We'll talk about it.
What's an artisan pizza? What's an artisan pizza without a beautifully cooked egg on top, right?
And most importantly, before you change screens, both, as we discussed these slides earlier, both Emily, Matt, and myself all agreed that slide on the left is kind of interesting. We might have a version of that later tonight because, it could be great.
It's kind of like pork belly tostadas, right? It's like
no, it's nothing like that.
Poor man's
No.
Thanks.
It's
If I drank enough, I would totally
put
that plate of Velveeta. I'm just saying.
But we saved the best for last, and you had to see the movie from The Help, right? If 2020 was a pie, I was already censored a couple times, so I'm not going to say it. But this is the kind of pie you got at your doorstep on 2020.
It's
right?
a poop pie.
It's a poop pie. It's a poop pie.
Yeah. And if you haven't seen the movie, you should see the movie.
See the movie.
The movie is
Great
good.
movie. Yeah.
Don't eat the pie.
Yeah.
The pie.
But Emily, take us home.
No.
Oh God.
Let's just hope. Let's hope it's
The poor movie industry. If this was a trailer.
Totally. It is so true. It's so true. Well, as a lot of you out there know, creating community is really important to us at Cooper's Hawk, and we create community every day, and even during this time. But we asked some of you to send us some stories about how you created community. And Tim, I think you've got the good ones there, huh?
I think so. I've got a couple great ones, and I apologize. I have to. I don't have them by memory, so I have to read them. But a note from Jenna Palmer. Thank you, Jenna, for submitting this. It means the world to us. And you better be on this call. I'm assuming it's not a call, but this fun event tonight. My now husband and I had to cancel most things for our wedding this past month, including our rehearsal dinner. Instead, we decided to have one last dinner as an engaged couple with just the two of us, the evening before our wedding. It was intimate, romantic, and oh Lord, the food was to die for. Thank you. I wish I could remember our server's name because she was phenomenal and helped make our last evening before our marriage wonderful. Stay safe. So, Jenna, thank you. Thank you so much. Incredible. And we have one more that I'll share, and I think we'll throw up a little bit of video on top of it. So Jillian Rochelle, I don't know if you're French or not, but I might have used a French accent to show your name, even though you live in Chicago. We're grateful for your sharing with us. My husband surprised us with our very own Cooper's Hawk at-home wine tasting, complete with a personalized tasting menu and all. Cooper's Hawk, we miss you. And if you can look, go back one slide if it's possible. I have no idea.
Is he wearing a name tag?
He's wearing a name
He made
tag.
his own name tag. God bless this guy.
I love this guy.
Oh my God.
I love this guy.
Shooting for the stars.
That's really cute. And then go forward, like look at that tasting sheet. Those aren't even all Cooper's Hawk wines. That's really, really cute.
Oh man, that is so awesome.
So Jillian and Jenna, we are
that.
grateful for you. Grateful for you. Really incredible.
Tell you, we have this just really brings out how incredibly blessed we are. All of our wine club members out there, everybody who's on tonight, just how amazingly you join us here and are with us. It's so awesome. As I look back on this year and there's been some tough times, but there's also been some blessings, I think, too, you know. And we're going to share some things I think that we're really grateful for and that we don't want to take for granted. So, you know, for me, when COVID hit, I was cooking like crazy. I was giving away loaves of bread, eating a lot of loaves of bread, gained a lot of weight, and I turned that around, and I really started getting back in shape. So I don't want to take my health for granted anymore. But more importantly, I love to have people over to my house, and I miss that so much. And we were able to do that a few times over the summer and having some fires and some things outside. But I really miss getting together with friends and family, and do not want to take that for granted. So,
Yeah. No, well said.
Tim, how about you?
Well said. No, for sure, friends and family, of course. And, you know, the two most important things for me were, you know, being able to spend, you know, so were you guys like betting on whether I was going to cry tonight or not? Probably they were. And, but I think I'm going to get through it. You know, spending time with my family and our kids, especially, you know, in a way that we haven't been able to before, you know, because we were always in the rat race. And I carry that same message over to how I think about life. So there was a time where, you know, I was overwhelmed almost pre-COVID, just in everything we were trying to accomplish at Cooper's Hawk and doing great things. For sure, overwhelmed when COVID came. You know, it took me to a new level of scared and overwhelmingness. And you know, there was something that happened in my life that I decided that I wasn't going to let COVID and or the world, you know, dictate what the future of our company and my life would be. And so I grabbed the reins and created plans. And so as we talk about the first third, I might have shared this earlier, the first third of COVID being, you know, damage control and survival mode. The last 2/3 of COVID have been incredible. So for all of you wine club members that are watching right now, you should be incredibly excited about what's coming in 2021 and beyond, because we have been hard at work. It's gonna be incredible. So that's exciting for me, exciting for us. I hope so. Thank you.
Awesome, Tim.
For sure.
How about you, Emily?
Well, you know, the things that I won't take for granted, honestly, is just the simple joys of sharing a glass of wine with somebody. And I don't get me wrong, I love being able to toast with you too, and to all 470 of you out there as well. And but it's just not the same as being in person and being together and breaking bread over a table, sharing a glass of wine. And I really, you know, seeing those restaurant toasts, I just cannot wait to get back out there and see people and share a glass of wine and hear stories and see people in their, you know, in their hometown and all of that. So it's yeah, I miss people. You know, and I won't take that for granted again in the future. You know, we do a lot of travel in this in what we do, and I cannot wait to get back out there and hang out with everyone. And the wine club trips, I can't wait for that too. You know, there's a lot of fun stuff coming up. But let's get back to that wine bottle opening challenge. I've got something. So I, for Christmas, got a pair of port tongs. And this is kind of a weird, like, wine accessory. It's kind of along the lines of a saber. It's very specific. And traditionally, port tongs are used for port. You can see like these big tongs. So what you would do is old bottles of port typically have really their corks have been in them for a long time, and you can't really pull them out with a corkscrew because they just fall apart. And so port tongs were created. You hold them over fire, and then you kind of clamp it onto the top of the bottle when it's really hot, and then you take like a shaving brush or something with, you know, dipped in ice water, and you take the tongs off, and you wipe it with the ice water, and the top of the bottle just cracks off, and then you can decant it, and you're not dealing with trying to get this really mucky cork out of the bottle. But I thought, you know what would be more fun is to try to open a bottle of sparkling wine with port tongs, which is pretty dangerous because it's a cold bottle of wine.
Right? Just do it.
Really hot tongs. I was worried that it was going to blow up, but I would do it for you here in person, but obviously it's very dangerous. So I did it a couple of days ago, and here's a video of me pulling it off. right. That's amazing. Oh my God. That I was so afraid that thing was gonna blow up because he had the shield on and everything. But I have now done it like 3 times since then. We are gonna do this every time we do an event because that was so much fun.
Emily, my favorite part though, like for real, the event was great. Your enthusiasm that it worked and like jumping for joy was my favorite part for sure.
It was really fun. Oh my gosh, I love it. You've got all the kids there. Who do we
That's
have?
right. Yeah. They're all growing as we speak.
They are all bigger. Wow. So, let's talk about some of the things we're excited about coming up. 2021, we've, like you said, we've been working on some really fun things. And Tim, tell us what you're excited about coming up in the next year.
Well, thanks for being on camera, you guys, because these guys they're all so shy and they took a shower and everything today. So thank you. What I'm super excited about, I can't share the exact ideas yet because I didn't drink enough wine today.
Damn it.
But they're coming. But what I can tell you is this clarity and excitement around that. Our wine club membership, the folks that are on this video event right now, we have spent months creating what the future of Cooper's Hawk looks like, and especially what the wine club membership at Cooper's Hawk looks like. And that membership is going to change the way that we do everything here. It's everything that we think about that you enjoy in your life, how we, through Cooper's Hawk, can present that for you and do these incredible things. We know that, the travel experiences and such that we talked about. So that as an example, we'll be launching a couple like super iconic concepts this year, specifically for you, that is just the tip of the iceberg. So just know that in this last 2/3 of COVID, we have been working, Matt knows and Emily knows and everybody knows that some super cool stuff that is just, again, the tip of the iceberg, but will be iconic in how we live our daily lives and how we all live together through, as Emily said, our communities. So that's super vague on purpose. And I don't know, maybe in a couple months, Emily, right? We'll, yeah, I know. Well, we're curated experiences. Yeah. So, yeah, again, keeping it super vague.
Well, it's exciting. I can't wait. Matt, well, actually, I know wine-wise, starting off with that, I know we've got some cool wines of the month coming up. We've been working on some really, really fun stories to tell and really cool regions of the world to bring some wines from. Like, for example, we've got a wine coming from Austria later on this year, Grunewaldliner, one of my favorite varietals. Can't wait to teach you all about that. We've got some other wines that are inspired by unique places like the Alsace region of France. We also have the next Camille coming out in the middle of the year, Camille Fierce. I think it's going into the bottle within the next couple of weeks here. I just tasted it. It's delicious. Can't wait for you all to taste it. And Matt, I know there's some fun stuff going on in the menu as well.
A lot of great things. We do have to apologize. When COVID hit, we had to condense the menu, and we've slowly but surely been expanding. But we want everyone to know calamari is coming back.
Woo! The Cooper's Hawk calamari.
The Cooper's Hawk calamari is coming back. Actually, just awesome. In a couple of days. And most likely back to stay. And then the pork belly tostadas will be back in March. We're slowly, crawl, walk, run. We're slowly bringing that back. So that will be back. We're also making a slight change to the chef recommendation program. So we're going to add an appetizer, hence the calamari, and a dessert. So actually, this dessert that you had tonight will be available for the next 2 months, and then it'll change. It'll change every 2 months with our chef recommendations. So super delicious. And then we are going to be back, God willing, we're going to be back, get your vaccines. We're going to be back to our wine club trips. So all of you that missed the Greece trip and the Italy trip, we're so sorry, but we will be back. And
we're going.
if you've been on a trip with Tim or me or Emily or Tom, because we're all the ones who do the trips, and Chris
or KK.
Yeah. You know how awesome they are, and it's been killing us that we haven't been able to do these trips. So let's take it home. Let's take it home.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll
sure.
do. Go ahead, Emily.
Well, no, I'm just saying, I'm just so thrilled for next year. I want to wish all of you a happy new year. I love seeing all the family here. This is awesome. Yeah. Let's do a toast.
Yeah. Let's do a toast. Do you guys have your gear?
Take us home, Tim.
Where is it at? Hold on.
Oh, no.
Everyone's at home. You drank it all already?
Oh, that's awesome.
All right.
Hey, take one of these.
All right.
Cheers, everyone.
We'll do a cheers. So, hey, from all of us here in the Chicagoland area to all of you, hopefully around the world, there's got to be at least one person in like Europe or somewhere, watching this right now. Luca. Hopefully, Luca, you're watching.
You'll find out who Luca is later.
You'll find out who Luca is. Yeah. So we at Cooper's Hawk could not be more grateful for everything you've done for us through 2020, and I promise, even through all the challenges, we will reward you with incredible experiences coming up in 2021 and beyond. And with that, Happy New Year. Hopefully our kids don't stay up too late, and cheers to all of you. Happy New Year, Emily and everyone.
Emily, love your hair.
Say Happy New Year.
Love your hair.
Happy New Year.
Tim, cheers.
Cheers, brother. Cheers. Cheers. Cheers, babe.
You got a little bottle.
Ow!
See you next year.
Thank you, everyone.
See you next year.
Cheers.